Crystal Dynamics. The Ur-quan Masters.
It is the year 2155. The people of Earth now travel between the stars. Following the sad lessons of the Little War, a unified Earth knew a century of golden peace and prosperity. A glorious dream dashed by the arrival of a hostile armada. Earth and her partners in the Alliance of Free Stars faced a monstrous adversary. The predatory Ur-quan.
Ur-quan.
And its hierarchy of battle thralls. There were many great battles, yet Earth was losing.
We better get working on it. Yes, yes it is.
But then, far across space, an amazing discovery was made, deep beneath the surface of an alien world. An underground city, filled with the technological wonders of the Precursors, an ancient and powerful race who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. But the Ur-quan swept through the nearby stars, stranding our scientific team here. 20 years have passed. We have continued our research. We now know what the Precursors built here. It is a factory for building starships. But there are only enough materials to build the skeleton of one vessel. Yet that must be enough. Because you must pilot the vessel and return to Earth. And if the war with the Ur-quan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can.
Those fancy 3D full motion video graphics, man. We've reached the future. The future is now. Fancy. Alright, so yeah, let's try out some Star Control. The Super Melee is just, just try the fighting, but yeah, let's try one round of this, just see how bad we do here. Get some practice in. We're gonna start the timer until we start the real game, but alright, so we got these guys, Balance Team 1 against Balance Team 2. Alright, let's see if we can get used to these controls here. I'll pick a random one. Jesus. Which one are us? Jeez. We're the blue guys at the bottom. Yeah, it gives us shield. It's a fire. I hit him! Yeah, I remember playing this on PC way back in the day. It's the same thing almost. Shit, how did I totally miss him there? It's bullshit. Damn it. And I suck. Music is really good though. What the hell? I literally fired on both sides of him. That's bullshit, man. It's too thin. Alright, we hit him good there. Damn it. Whoa, that was close. These guys are like a weak computer opponent. Now, come on. Jeez. Oh yeah? Close to the planet there. Oh, damn it. Oh, it's just... Next guy's gonna wreck us, I know it. We can kill this guy. God, this guy's too fast. Finally. This isn't even the game yet. This is just the precursor. The Pfwit. Damn it. This guy's too fast. No, I'm not playing the actual game yet. This is just the Super Melee. It's just like, this is just to try out the fighting, the actual ship combat. The actual game doesn't start until I hit new game. It's just an optional mode. See how bad I can do. I hit him. Son of a bitch. This guy's too fast. Oh man, we hit him real good there. Ah. Hurry up and kill me. I want to try a new ship here. I guess I can just suicide on the planet. Ah! How did I not hit him once there? Kill us already. Kill us. This is doing no damage to us. There we go, finally. Yeah, probably, right? Oh man, I remember this guy being badass when I played on PC. Got this heat-seeking, like, globe thing. And he can heal himself too. Oh. Yeah, this guy was the best back in the day. I remember that. And I remember like so many of these ships from the PC version. Oh, I just killed myself. I was going too fast and that shot hit me. This guy's hard. Oh. Shit. Hey, Lobo. Well, we're gonna lose so many ships to this guy. Yeah.
Wimp. Fool. Jerk. Stupid.
Love his taunts. I don't know what his taunts do, but I should really look up the manual on this. chance. Okay, so this guy shoots fire out of his ass. These really crappy shots out of the front. God. This guy's got invulnerable offense. Black Ur-quan? Yeah, probably. I'm just picking random stuff though. I want to get to the real game. I just figured I'd try this one a bit. I don't even know what half of these like, because each ship has a special ability and a regular ability. Heirloom. Oh yeah, this one teleports as a special ability. I remember that. God. Or if we meet these guys in the real game, we're gonna get our asses handed to us. See this guy eat, probably eats enemies from there. Wow. Yeah, Chummer is OP. Holy crap! We defeated one of his satellites. Oh, this guy self-destructs. This guy's like useless. Alright, we're ready for self-destruction. Go! Didn't even kill him. Damn it. Had a chance to kill him. Yep, this ship is the, this ship is definitely the way to kill that ship, holy crap. Great minefield. Yeah, this ship is going to be tough to beat when we go up against it. Oh, great, Ur-quan. Yeah, self-destruct. Alright, well, that's a taste of the of our absolute horridness at this game. Alright, so let's try out the real thing. How do we go back here? Pause, no. Excuse me. How do I quit B? Alright. So, new game. Let's try it out and start the timer. And let's do it. Alright, so... might be a good idea to look up the damn manual first. So, from the quick introduction that we got, we're trying to... well, we're obviously in the solar system right now. Okay, well, I guess we're trying to get to the Earth, right? Let's go to the Earth, I guess. God, this thing turns like a... Get over to the Earth. Oh yeah, with co-op this thing would have been amazing. Get over there. Oh, come on. How do we... Can we stop? Star map. Holy crap. So yeah, we got a lot of space to explore. Alright, give me a second there to look up the manual real quick. Now, the surprising part is that manuals for 3DO games are surprisingly easy to find compared to like even popular games on the SNES. Sometimes they're hard to find manuals for, but 3DO games, no problem. Which you would expect to be harder to find. Yeah, there's a lot of store systems to explore. I think I played the Ur-quan Masters, which is a remake of it a few years back. I don't remember how much I played of it, but basically a remake of this game. I forget the main story. I think we'll find out when we reach the Urt, which is where we're going here. All right, so there's a big story here. Story begins with the radio. Radio's harmless diversion. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's just a whole story of like Earth. Setting up, choosing options. We're trying to return to the Earth, which we're about to do. Alright, general controls. Navigation, press up, rotate, directional pad, access icon menu B. Combat, we already kind of figured out. Our special weapon. Using games icons, saving and loading games. Okay, so there's a menu for loading, saving and loading games. We need to find that one out. Alright, well, let's how do we go back to... Damn it, I want to go into the Earth. Stop moving so fast. Yeah, that would be very handy. I wonder if the 3DO game came with that as well. There we go. Uh-oh.
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of the Ur-quan. You are trespassing within Ur-quan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason, nor will hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Ur-quan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Ur-quan. Disobedience will be punished.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Fancy voice acting and everything. Let's go to the moon. Obviously we can't land on Earth. Those guys just... Scan. Luna. Auto scan? Okay, so you can, oh yeah, that's right. You can like scan for minerals and send lander. There's this energy scan right here, so you can land on things like this. It's like playing Mass Effect. Report from surface. We have discovered an alien base and have explored its interior. Installation must have been abandoned many years ago. Great care has been taken to make it appear active. Life support systems are functioning. Fusion. Generators are at full output. And robotic construction vehicles have been programmed to roam the lunar surface, bulldozing moon dust into random piles. In addition, we have found the installation's hyperwave locked in transmit mode, endlessly playing the same alien recording. Although we cannot translate the message, our Xenotech, Ensign Rigby, believes the message is some kind of alert or mayday broadcast. The base is filled with useful materials and equipment. We will scavenge as much as we can, and bring it aboard immediately. End of report. Yeah, it definitely feels like this is like the Mako part of it, pretty much. Oops. Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff there, I guess. We have fuel of 9. Probably very little fuel. So auto-scan scans everything. Alright, so... yeah, I guess we're eventually trying to figure out how to get to Earth. Like, obviously, the Ur-quan kind of put a shield around Earth. So we probably have to somehow get that shield. Like, we got to free Earth, so that's going to be a fun thing to do. It's going to be a lot like Might and Magic, just running around trying to talk to people and finding information. Active world, specific scans, surface exploration, star map, devices, checking cargo manifest. With starbase. The huge starbase orbiting Earth provides you with starship enhancements, combat vehicles, and additional crew. Okay, so we can go to the starbase according to the manual. That'd be a good place to start. There's a lot of info in the manual, holy crap. Oh, there's a hint book at the end of the manual, we're not touching that part. Alright, let's go to the get some minerals. So these things here, these biological things, we probably want to avoid, I would imagine. Some minerals. Do we just walk on it to pick it up? Yep. Got some calcium. Calcium and aluminum. Those things don't attack us, so we're fine. Delicious calcium. Right. How do we see his exit? Yeah, this definitely reminds me of Starflight. So we got some cargo. Roster. Alright, so you can transfer crew to different ships that you own. Save, load, settings. Combat. Captain? Flagship. What's this? Oh, can we change the name? We get a capital letter. Oh, there. Damn it. It's the opposite direction. Yeah, you can shoot when you're on the ship, where you're on the planet. I don't know if I wanted to be shooting those robots though. Oops. There we go. Change the name of flagship. Let's save. Alright. Yeah, shard run is done. Moved on to Star Control 2. This thing turns like a potato. Yeah, I don't remember voices on the PC version.
Attention, unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel. Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat, are you the resupply vessel?
Sure we are. Now this is Starship Vindicator, and we're ready to assist you. Yes, this is the resupply vessel. We need to resupply the slave planet. Our resupply vessel. What's going on here? This one.
Look, I don't know who you are or why you're here, but right now the only thing I'm worried about is saving the lives of 1,900 men and women aboard this starbase, and right now you're our only hope. I can't keep the transmitter on too much longer. We need the power for heat and air, so if you don't have any radioactives on board your vessel, please get some and bring them back here before it's too late.
Alright, I guess we need some radioactives. Where do we find radioactive elements you need?
The fastest way to get radioactives in this system would be to land on Mercury and scour the surface for deposits of radioactive elements. But be careful. Mercury's a pretty inhospitable place. Watch out for earthquakes and those high temperature areas.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Thanks. I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
We're gonna get destroyed by Mercury, aren't we? The Mercury! To our deaths! Alright, so this is gonna be nasty, isn't it? I do remember, like, Planet Landing on the PC version, yeah. I remember Mercury is not exactly a fun place. We need radioactives. What? No biologicals? So, okay, so those numbers on the side. So 165 degrees. That thing that looks like a seismograph is the earthquake level. Pretty high. What's the other important stuff? What's that lightning bolt? That's probably storms in that. So this one's probably we're gonna be about to get in and out very quick on this place, I think. So I wonder if the manual mentions what color is the radioactives. Oh, there it is, yeah. Radioactives is orange. Okay, so we want to land like right here, right on top of the radioactives. Get the hell out of there. Some expensive stuff. Or the higher the color, the more expensive it is, and the better it is. Alright, let's get out of here. Didn't take any damage. It's good. Let's land again. Let's get this stuff over here. Totally is, isn't it? Dodge everything! I think that's it. Alright. Let's go deliver those radioactives. God, this thing is slow. Hopefully we get some upgrades that make us faster. Our fuel's low too. We're down to 7 fuel. Assuming every time we land with the lander, we use up some fuel.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
Yes, sir. We're ready to transfer radioactives.
We're initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing, life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain?
I'm Captain Landale, the Starship Vindicator. We are survivors of the Star Control Science Research Team to the Vela Star System.
Star Control Science Mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it.
Our mission is highly secret.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Androsynth Space. The Vela Star System, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
We returned to Earth to give you the technological secrets of the Precursors and help you fight the hierarchy.
Fight the Ur-quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. Though day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Ur-quan masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war. But consider the consequences if you should fail. The Ur-quan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Ur-quan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
I was gonna say, we just came from the moon. We attacked the moon base and completely destroyed the enemy. Found the base, but it was abandoned years ago.
I'll be darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as Ilrath, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
I thought that was a glitch for a second there. That was just jamming the signal.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin Kazan, a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Ur-quan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Ur-quan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
This guy sounds like a winner. Where the hell did you come from? It was a pleasure blasting their ugly face out of the stars. Surrender, foul creature, or you'll be annihilated. Look, let's be reasonable. We can coexist peacefully. Obviously, he's not going to be willing to coexist peacefully. Where the hell did you come from?
Since you will soon be dead, I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the Pakunk. They are a pitiful, easily killed species.
Pakunk.
And we would have continued in this divine worship of Dokar and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed the Jiglass constellation and set course for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the Ur-quan drone. It informed us about you, so here we are. And now, you die!
Do I? Do I really die? I probably will. Well, I guess we're using tough. I don't know, can I use this ship? Try this one. Okay, so we can definitely shoot these guys from range. Boom! Umans for the win!
What a beautiful sight, Captain! I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Ur-quan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the Precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain?
Alright, then what? Then, Commander, we'll proceed to kick some major alien butt. Trust me, Commander, I have a plan. A really good plan. For now, it must remain a secret. I'll slowly build our strength, unify the Allied Starfleet, and bring the Ur-quan to their Neeg equivalents. This one.
Yes, Captain. We'll do just that. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be?
The Alliance of Free Stars, Concordance of Alien Nations, United Federation of Worlds, the Empire of Landale. There we go. The Alliance of Free Stars, fine.
Okay, that sounds pretty inspiring. So be it. The new Alliance of Free Stars. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
Let's get to work.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the Precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your Precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Alright, I guess we're offloading minerals first. That gives us money, I'm assuming. Proceeding needs some additional background information. Okay, so just unloads everything. And yeah, adds it to our
The more minerals you bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Ur-quan.
Before proceeding, I need some additional background information.
Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know?
Would you elaborate on your facilities here at the starbase?
We can modify your Precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew.
You need to enhance and modify the Vindicator.
Our engineers and Precursor specialists agree with the scientists from your world that your starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which can be easily reconfigured for different missions by adding or swapping self-contained equipment packs, which we call modules. The modules we can build right now are thruster units, which make your ship move faster, attitude jets,
please.
which allow you to rotate the ship more quickly.
Yes, please.
Crew pods, which provide life support facilities for up to 50 additional crew members. Storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral resources. Fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel. Dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapon's rate of fire. And last but not least, ion bolt guns, combat weaponry, the exact function of which depends on its location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward. When put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots, spread to the left and right of center. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots directly, left and right. And when put in the last or rear slot, it fires a single shot straight backwards.
So complicated. Will I get fuel for the Vindicator?
This base is designed to service hierarchy ships. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilized antimatter technology as hierarchy vessels and will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we'll have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will be a substantial drain on our resources.
We're going to assemble a fleet of fighting ships.
Our shipyard facilities are sophisticated and fully automated, permitting a handful of Starbase personnel to do the same job as 500 vac-suited construction workers. However, the only designs that we had in our computers were incomplete hierarchy ship designs. Things looked grim until one of the officers came forward with an amazing story. Even though the Ur-quan destroyed every Earthling cruiser in the fleet nearly 20 years ago, one of my maintenance engineers was a Starship production assistant at the Detroit shipyard. When Earth was conquered, she was ordered to destroy all ship construction databases. But she secretly made copies of the blueprint discs and then kept them with her ever since. These discs contain all the data we need to build as many Earthling cruisers as you want, provided you, Captain, can supply the large amounts of mineral resources required to build those vessels. In theory, Captain, we could build alien starships here if we had designs for them. However, it's a well-known fact that alien vessels just can't be flown in combat without native starship captains at the helm.
So we're going to have to get aliens with us. We're going to have to get alien starship plans. It's going to be a long game, isn't it? I'll acquire additional personnel for my ship.
We have almost 2,000 highly motivated, skilled professionals aboard this starbase, and every single one of them wants a berth aboard your starship. However, each hand we lose to your ship means less manpower here at the starbase, and this is reflected in the crew RU cost. As long as you don't lose too many crew members to combat or planet exploration, the RU cost will remain static. But we have only so many warm bodies on this starbase, and if your needs for crew grow beyond a certain point, the cost could increase dramatically.
Please explain your resource allocation system.
As you know, Captain, we've committed the entire output of this station to building your flagship and your battle fleet into the strongest force possible. However, our resources are very limited, and we feel you must decide how we are to spend our effort and materials. To aid you in making these decisions, we have implemented a resource allocation scheme. We provide you with a numerical assessment of the station's resources and ascribe a cost to each task we can perform and each device we can build. It's up to you to decide how you're going to spend your resource units, or RU as we call them. To acquire more RU, you must bring resources back to the starbase. These resources can be either in the form of mineral ores gathered from planet surfaces or already refined metals and other valuable materials from the wreckage of enemy starships.
In other words, we're going to be doing a lot of grinding for resources, aren't we? Resource most useful in the mission.
The most straightforward way you can accumulate resource units is to bring mineral ores back to this starbase.
Exotics.
There are probably enough resources in just the nearby dozen stars to build your ship into a powerful battleship or to create a strong task force of combat vessels. I would also recommend that you build several additional storage bays. When gathering minerals, focus on cleaning out one star system at a time. This way you minimize the cost of travel
probably
through hyperspace.
It's one of those games you can probably finish quickly if you know where to go, or it could take you a long time just figure out where to go and what to do next. What use are Planet Slander's sophisticated lifeform analysis features?
While I respect your search for abstract knowledge, frankly, Captain, in our present circumstances, I see little use for such data here. Perhaps you can make use of biological information elsewhere. What else can I tell you?
some historical data.
What aspect of history, Captain?
I know about other starfaring races.
Which group of aliens?
There was the Old Alliance.
Okay. Which race?
Jeez. Holy crap. It's gonna be like an hour just going through this guy's speech, isn't it?
The Shofixti are a race of intelligent marsupials who had been civilized for only a few decades when the war began. They were discovered in the Delta Gorno star system by the Yehat, who adopted and then uplifted the Shofixti, giving them advanced technology and cultural definition. Shofixti are noble and fearless warriors, Captain. In addition, their incredible fecundity and rapid maturation rate kept Alliance ranks solid even at the worst part of the war. You know, I once flew as an observer aboard one of their ships on routine patrol. We never saw the enemy, but I could never stop thinking about the glory device it had strapped to the bottom of its hull.
Glory device. But that's the one that blows themselves up, right? The Yehat.
The Yehat are a race of ancient warrior clans that have been traveling the stars for many centuries. Clans are highly competitive and sometimes even wage war on each other, but the clans are all loyal to the Queen and her royal family, known as the Veepzeeps. The Veepzeeps have been in power for over 2,000 years, and it is said that during their rule, the Yehat never lost a battle.
Heirloom.
I'd like to think I'm not a bigoted person, Captain, especially when it comes to allies, but there's just something about those Arilu that gives me the creeps. One thing I'll say for them, though, they possess some technique for moving really fast through hyperspace. They never let us know what it was, but sure beats the pants off our fastest ships.
These are the ones that teleport, right? Yeah, finished Shadowrun, now we're on to Star Control 2. It's got a lot of voice acting, which is insane. The Chenjesu?
The Chenjesu were leaders of the Alliance, even though they refused to accept formally the title. I don't know if their silicon-based biology is just plain superior to our old carbon models, or if their fantastic intellect were the product of an ancient, peaceful culture. Whatever the reason, I'd rather be taking orders from a Chenjesu than any other life form, absolutely. One of the more amazing things about them was they never used hyperwave communicators. They could send messages naturally, and their natural hyperwave receptors were much more sensitive than even our best units.
The how the hell you pronounce this one?
We didn't really get much of a chance to learn about those mechanical beings, but I'll tell you what I know. They're the product of a distant, unknown culture who sent a giant factory arc into our region of space many centuries ago. The Mother Arc, that's what the Earth Press called it, turned out millions of robots and finally broke down. I don't know why the Myrnaherm didn't repair the Mother Arc. Maybe they can't. My personal guess as to why they were sent here is that they're on the leading edge of a colonization project. And once the Myrnaherm have tamed enough new worlds, the genuine colonists, whoever they are, will arrive and claim their due.
Myrnaherm? It's like, look at that word, it's like, how the hell you pronounce that? The Cyrene?
Most raw recruits saw the Cyrene as nothing more than warm, breathing pinups. Warm they are, and yes, they do breathe most magnificently, but Captain, they are far more than simple joy units. The history shows the Cyrene established and maintained a peaceful culture from their Bronze Age through their discovery of starflight. Before their planet was destroyed in a horrible cataclysm, their world was an Eden.
Yeah, the Cyrene definitely look like pinups in the manual. Enough with the Alliance for now.
What other group of aliens are you interested in?
Hierarchy. Ur-quan, got the Mycon, the Spaffy.
Which species? The Mycons are hard to get a handle on. In fact, I'm not sure any human has ever had a real conversation with a Mycon. What we know of them, we've learned from their corpses, which, I may add, have a nasty habit of coming back to life when thawed out from a decompression quick freeze. Mycon ships seem to expend a significant amount of energy on life support. This is probably because the Mycon only thrive in temperatures close to the melting point of lead. As far as we know, the Mycon are the only race to actively seek out the Ur-quan in order to become combat slaves.
Spaffy.
Imagine facing a cowardly, mobile clam armed with a howitzer, and you've got a good idea of what it's like dealing with a Spaffy. Although they tend to avoid battles as much as their masters will allow, once in battle, a Spathi eluder is one tough cookie. I once heard a rumor, though I don't like to believe in it myself, that a rogue band of courageous Spathi broke away from the main Starfleet, painted their ships black with bright red stripes, and formed the Black Spathi Squadron, dedicated to performing brave and hostile deeds. Like I said, I'd have to see it to believe it.
Umga?
It's unfortunate that the Umga fell to the Ur-quan so early in the war, because I suspect we would have gotten along well with those big blob creatures. At the very least, it would have been entertaining. We know them a bit better than most races because they were eager to talk with our ships before, after, and during battle. The Arilu intimated that they had a relationship with the Umga before the Ur-quan arrived, but I don't know any details.
Androsynth?
When I was flying combat missions along the Corward front, there was nothing we feared more than the Androsynth hit-and-run squadron. Their blazer ships were more than a match for our cruisers, so we stayed clear of Eta Vulpeculae, their home star. In addition, I think each of us aboard the ship knew deep down in our hearts that the Androsynth had a damn good reason for hating us. Our grandparents had kept them as slaves for nearly 50 years.
So what do you say something about Peculae was their... Something Peculae was their home star? I write this stuff down. It's too bad they don't when they talk, they don't write the information down as well. Sometimes they say some important information, and you're like, how do you spell that?
I still have nightmares about those spiders taking me prisoner, using me as one of their 6 sacrifices to Dogar and Kazon, their twin gods of destruction and torment. Those guys were almost as scary as the Androsynth to those of us in Deep Space Patrol. Their Avenger ships could appear out of nowhere and melt a cruiser down to slag in seconds. Luckily for us, the bulk of the Ilrath fleet was thrown against the Genjesu and the Murnaherm.
Murnaherm. Let's try and see if the manual, if there's any way of getting like text as well as speech. I didn't see anything in the settings when I was looking there. Password through the audio directional pad left. Rewind the audio's directional pad left. So you can rewind the audio. Maybe rewinding will show the actual thing.
The Starship Far Voyager under the command of Captain Jeffrey L. Rand encountered the Vux near Beta Mira. Although the details are hazy, it's generally accepted that Rand offended the Vux starship commander with an inadvertent insult. Starship near Beta.
Alright, so I'm trying to see if there's any...
With an generally accepted that Rand offended the Vux starship commander with an inadvertent insult.
There doesn't seem to be any way of just having the text come up, though. Kind of annoying.
What other group of aliens are you interested in?
Are there any alien races who weren't in the war?
None that we had made formal contact with. The Genjesu implied that they had met 2 other star-faring species, one near the Gickless constellation and the other directly corward from Procyon. The Arilu and the other directly star-faring. The Genjesu implied that they had met 2 other star-faring species, one near the Gickless constellation and the other directly corward from Procyon. The Arilu Lalile directly corward from Procyon. The Arilu Lalile once mentioned having some fun with an alien race in Draconis, but like so much else with the Arilu, they never revealed the whole story. I'm sure there are hundreds more alien races in our galaxy, but beyond what I've told you, your guess is as good as mine.
These are times where it'd be nice to see the text, like something about Gitless star system, corward from Procyon, and there's another alien race from Draconis system. So it might be good to like visit those areas. But if you don't see the text, it's like, how do you spell these? I have played it on the PC, but quite a long time ago. I think I remember playing, like they remade it recently, right? There was Ur-quan Tales or whatever they call it, Ur-quan, something like that. There was a remake of it, like a fan-made remake recently. But I didn't play much of it. Like, I got a general idea of what I need to do, but... And the manual does have, like, a hint section at the end of it, which obviously we're not touching. Like, the second half of the manual is like a hint book, which we're not going to be using. Ur-quan Masters, that's the one, yeah. Sufficient information with the subject.
Would you like information on any other aspect of history?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't give you any sort of subtitles when they're talking. So you're trying to like write down information, like they're talking about you know, different systems, and it's like, how the hell do you spell this system? Like the Gitless, the Procyon system, Draconis, like those Draconis, Procyon, kind of know how to spell, but I'm interested in the war against the hierarchy.
What about the war?
Yeah, Murnerherm. Murnerherm. That's a fun name. The Murnerherm. How did the war against the Ur-quan start?
Earth got involved late in the game in 2112 when the Chenjesu arrived in our solar system for the first time. So let's back up a few years to 2098 when the Chenjesu super-sensitive receivers detected a strange signal from the Ophiuchi constellation. Though even the Chenjesu didn't know it, it was the first sign of the Ur-quan's arrival. Constellation. The receivers detected a strange signal from the Ophiuchi constellation. Though even the Chenjesu didn't know a strange signal from the Ophiuchi constellation. Though even the Chenjesu didn't know it, it was the first sign of the Ur-quan's arrival. The Ur-quan, having detected the presence of many sentient species, were beaming out an exulting hunting cry. The first direct evidence of the Ur-quan's intent was the sudden conquest of the Umga, a solitary though not unfriendly species in the Orionis constellation. Friendly species in the Orionis constellation. The Chenjesu, distraught by the invasion, were further angered when the Ur-quan turned their fleets on the hostile but weak Ilrath race. A hastily assembled defense force of Murnerherm and Chenjesu vessels turned the Ur-quan fleet aside, but the invader moved into Spathi space, rapidly subjugating that race. With each new conquest, the Ur-quan fleet grew larger as it added slave vessels to its ranks. Earth joined the Chenjesu to form the Alliance of Free Stars at about the same time as the Androsynth stars fell to the Ur-quan armada. Before the ink was dry on our agreement with the Chenjesu in 2116, a new race appeared in orbit around the moon and asked for admittance to the Alliance. It was the Arilu Lalile. The timing seemed unusual, and the Arilu were definitely weird, looking like saucer men from Mars, but we were too busy cranking up our mothballed heavy industry that we really didn't pay it much attention at the time. At the start of the war, here on Earth, we were working like crazy, churning out hundreds of heavy cruisers and smaller support vehicles. The Ur-quan were busy too. Unbeknownst to us, they had moved down towards the Luton Star Group and were attacking the Vux, who only the Yehat knew existed. Our botched first contact with the Vux took place in 2119, and it was the biggest single mistake we made during the war. After defeating the Vux, the Ur-quan fleets ran smack into the combined might of the Yehat and Shofixti, supported by the first wave of our cruisers. Again, the Ur-quan turned away from the hard spot to attack the weak, though we just thought they were running away. In fact, the Ur-quan had found another independent alien race, the Mycon, in the Brahi constellation. The Mycon's voluntary submission to the Ur-quan brought the return of the Ur-quan fleets, now swollen with 100 devastating Mycon pod ships. The last entrants to the conflict were the Cyrene, a race of space gypsies who had escaped the hierarchy by moving their vast fleet of slow-moving habitats into human space. With the side set, the last Ur-quan offensive began.
There's so much, there's like information overload trying to write down anything that sounds interesting. Loiten? Yeah, the problem is, like, I'll have to check the star map, see if there's any constellations on there. I'm gonna see if I have, because there's supposed to be a poster that came with this, right? So I should see if I can find a picture of that poster. That's probably gonna have like constellations and that on there, I would imagine. Oh, the war end, Commander.
The Ur-quan came roaring through Vux space and tried to push past the India and Mira star systems. Their onslaught was barely repulsed, and our counterattack made hardly a dent on the hierarchy forces, but we held the line. The Corward front remained intact. Over the following 10 years, there were many great battles between the combined Alliance Starfleet and the Ur-quan and their hierarchy of battle thralls. Then in 2134, a dramatic shift in the balance of power took place. This must have been about the time the science research mission was sent to the planet of Vela. Our fleets were pushed back from the Indy-Mira line beyond Raynet. Holding Rigel caused grievously in Chenjesu forces, and the Ur-quan, recognizing this weakness, shifted to focus the brunt of their forces on Procyon. That was the last we heard from the Chenjesu and the Murnaher. A few weeks later, waves of ships hit us from all directions. When Ceres Station, our outpost on the asteroid belt, fell to the hierarchy, we knew we were beaten, but we fought on anyway. 3 days later, the Ur-quan vaporized our last remaining laser forts on the moon, and the dreadnoughts took up geosynchronous position above Rome, Moscow, Beijing, Tokyo, London, Buenos Aires, and Washington. We'd lost the war, and we knew it. But the Ur-quan decided to make it real clear. And that's why if you check any of our most recent maps, you won't find Buenos Aires.
I was trying to find, because there's a lot of maps online I can spot, but I don't know which one came with the actual game. I don't want to use like another map. I want to use the one that came with the actual game itself. Official map. Okay, I think I have it here. Yeah, this one looks like the one that came with the game. A nice little thing here. StarControl.com. It tells you the first map is the only one that is the old official map. The only one you're going to find that's truly considered spoiler-free, which is what we want. Alright, so I think we have it here. Yeah, so it shows Draconis. It shows some of the like the Spathy space. Sirius Sol, Centauri. It does show some of the spaces and some of the constellations in that galactic core. So I know which direction is coreward. So we're definitely gonna keep this one up. It's gonna be important, I'm sure. So there's mention about, okay, there's, God, it's gonna be finding these things on this map is gonna be fun. It was mentioned, like, some of the first conversations talk about, like, Procyon system, Draconis system. There's the Orionis constellation. One of the guys was mentioning. He mentioned during the war speech. I think at the beginning we're just gonna worry about getting stuff. And we're worried about finding these things later. There's Deneb. Give this Yehat, Ariane, Beetlejuice. Guys, this is gonna be a lot to take in. There's gonna be so many so many places to go here. It's gonna be insane, man. I'm after the war.
After the UN submitted their formal surrender, we were given a week to decide the nature of our servitude. The Ur-quan demanded that the decision be made through popular vote. When all the votes were tallied, Earth had chosen not to fight for the Ur-quan. We had become a fallow slave world. We were given a month to withdraw all of our people and equipment to Earth. Anyone or anything left off-planet would be destroyed after the shield went up. Then the Ur-quan broadcast an odd message. All objects of human construction more than 500 years old were to be abandoned. We didn't know what the Ur-quan meant until they moved their dreadnoughts into new orbital positions and opened fire on the surface with their fusion weapons. In seconds, large sections of London, Paris, and other European cities were incinerated. At first, we thought they were going to annihilate us after all. And we noticed they were also striking such targets as the Giza Pyramids, the Parthenon in Athens, and Stonehenge. Curiously, the United States was almost untouched. The flaming rain lasted 40 hellish hours. It took days after we crawled from our smoldering shelters to realize what the Ur-quan had done. Our new masters had targeted every building, monument, or other man-made construction older than 500 years and destroyed it. In those 2 days, we lost most of the history of mankind. In some cases, the Ur-quan destroyed places we did not even suspect were significant. From their positions in orbit, the dreadnoughts blew away a kilometer of land in central Iraq, vaporized several targets in the Amazon rainforest, punched a big hole through the Antarctic ice cap to destroy something deep under the surface, and melted a broad swath of the ocean floor in the southeastern Atlantic. Then, just a couple of days later, the shield went up, and our contact with the outside world stopped. The next time I saw the stars was 8 years ago, when I was transferred up here to be the new commander of this starbase.
It was a pretty big fandom. A nasty fandom, but they want to play it a certain way, like... Thanks, Commander, for the briefing.
Would you like any information on any other aspect of history?
Some information about scenic galactic history. Ancient...
We have some data on this subject. What do you want to know about?
all of it. You can tell me about the precursors.
Hell, you probably know more about them than I do, but here goes. About 200,000 years ago, when our great-to-the-nth grandparents were just starting to play with stone knives and bearskins, a star-faring species suddenly appeared on the galactic scene and spread like wildfire. We found evidence of their presence just about everywhere, from an orbital platform on Alpha Centauri to a stack of data plates in a cave on Pluto to some nameless widget found in a voodoo shop in New Orleans.
Is it Pluto?
We never found a precursor body or even a picture of one. We can conjecture what they look like by examining the scale and layout of their equipment. Such an analysis indicates they were giants, say 5 to 8 meters tall and twice as wide. I don't know if they looked more like a brontosaur or an elephant. Anyway, about 3,000 years after the precursors made their dramatic appearance, they vanished. Poof! As far as we can tell, it took less than a decade to happen.
They always do. They will come. Be afraid. What about the other races from the ancient past?
You mean besides the precursors? Well, the only information we have is secondhand based on some research by a Chenzetsu historian that I read at the academy. Zensert-Sek, the historian, found some evidence that there was a group of alien races who formed an interstellar empire not too far from here about 22,000 years ago. The only species in this empire who actually lived in our region of space was a race of rock-like creatures who lived in the Vulpeculae constellation. The presence of the hostile androsynth in that part of space severely limited Zensert-Sek's research. He never even found out the race's name.
Was it Vulpeculae or something?
Zensert-Sek's research severely limited of space. The presence of the hostile androsynth in that part of space severely limited. The only species in this empire who actually lived in our region of space was a race of rock-like creatures who lived in the Vulpeculae constellation.
Vulpeculae.
The presence of the hostile androsynth in that part of space severely limited Zensert-Sek's research. He never even found out the race's name.
Man, I really wish they would have like any sort of subtitles for this. Like if you back up the speech or something, like, I don't know, just have the speech underneath. I mean, it's neat that they have full voice acting, but god damn, trying to write this stuff down is not fun. Indication that aliens visit Earth in the past?
Yes, there is. Aside from the precursor relics we have found on Earth, often in museums mislabeled as modern art, we've discovered disturbing evidence of much more recent visitations. Perhaps you're already aware that during the mid to late 20th century, there were unaccountable UFO sightings as well as dozens of reported encounters with alien life forms. Although we can discount many of the reports as wishful fabrication or traumatic translation, the military authorities of the time kept a secret record of the incidents which were legitimate. In each such case, the aliens are almost identical in appearance. They have white skin and minimal facial features except for huge almond-shaped eyes, which are often described as glowing or luminescent. This description fits almost perfectly the Arilu Lalile. In most of the legitimate encounters, the people involved describe being physically examined or modified by the aliens. In some cases, unusual pregnancies occurred, and in almost every instance, there were repeat visitations as though the Arilu Lalile were doing checkups on their subjects. We never got the chance to confront the Arilu Lalile about what they did to us and why. I wonder if we ever will.
And this poor voice actor having to pronounce all these weird-ass alien names. Arululale and Murhernum. How do you pronounce that? It's fascinating, but I must move on.
Would you like information on any other aspect of history?
I usually stay in retro, so... Retro is the best place to stream, I find.
Sure. Anything else?
Okay, we've got historical data. I would like input on how to defeat the Ur-quan.
Can you be more specific?
Exactly. We're gonna find the most useful, plentiful resources, mineral resources.
If you have the patience, I would recommend you spend several months or even a year gathering mineral resources. You can find such minerals on almost any planet's surface, but the quality and density will vary depending upon the type of planet you're on. Base metals are probably the most common materials you'll find, but they aren't particularly valuable.
Yeah.
You can find rarer precious and radioactive elements on metal-rich worlds such as Mercury. An old miner once told me that you could tell the relative quality of a planet's minerals based on the planet's color as seen from space. To remember the color sequence from good to bad, the miner had a mnemonic that went something like, "Very young orangutan could grow bananas perhaps rather well." Orangutan could... Miner had... To remember the color sequence from good to bad, the miner had a mnemonic that went something like, "Very young orangutan could grow bananas perhaps rather well." It is also the case that mineral yields will be better at hotter stars. Temperature is related to the size and color of a star. Red stars are the coolest, then orange, yellow, green, blue, to the size and color. It is also the case that mineral yields will be better at hotter stars. Temperature is related to the size and color of a star. Red stars are the coolest, then orange, yellow, green, blue, and the hottest stars are white.
Okay, so... very young orangutan, so I'm guessing that's violet, yellow, orange, green, blue, red, white. So violet would be the most valuable metals. And then white stars would have the best planets, but also probably the most dangerous, I would imagine. So that's best. Worst. Stars. Alright.
That all depends on whom you meet, doesn't it, Captain? Well, in all seriousness, if you encounter the Ilrath, Bucks, Androsynth, or other hierarchy battle thralls,
run.
I wouldn't hold out much hope for a peaceful encounter. So if you feel you have the advantage, attack. The resources you will scavenge from the enemy's wreckage are well worth the effort. If you can find Alliance races who are in a position to help us, then you must convince them to join with us. Their assistance may be crucial to our success.
Where are my shoes? What would you do now?
Let's see. You need to build up and balance the strength of your flagship. I would add thrusters up to, say, 5 or 6. Speed is essential in combat, but it would also pay off over the long haul in hyperspace. And if you prefer to avoid confrontation, nothing beats a great pair of legs. I would add turning jets for increased maneuverability. I would add enough weapons to defend yourself if you're caught without escort ships. You need additional fuel, at least 50 units. Your weapons will be underpowered in combat if you don't have at least 1 dynamo. Use the resource units you have accumulated to improve your flagship.
So we want 5 to 6 thrusters, turning jets, good weapons, at least 50 fuel, and dynamo. Good to know. How can we deal with the Ur-quan?
Captain, I wish I had an easy answer, but I don't. The only way I can see of liberating Earth as well as the Alliance allies is to destroy the Ur-quan and their armada of battle thralls entirely.
Commander, do you have any long-range plans to beat the Ur-quan hierarchy?
To defeat our enemies, we will need awesome strength, both in your flagship and the fleet, as well as the assistance of powerful new allies. Though combat will be unavoidable and sometimes necessary to achieve our goals, I'm certain your wits will be at least as important as your weapons. You'll need to explore this region of space, gathering resources and information wherever you go.
Yep. Gathering information, that's key number one with these kind of RPGs. How can I find the Ur-quan?
I don't know, Captain, but I suspect their battle thralls know more than we do, so I suggest you try to gather information from them, perhaps by force.
And we attack the Ur-quan most effectively.
At first, your ship will be far too vulnerable to permit frontal assaults on the Ur-quan. Even when your ship is at full power, we're faced with the reality that the hierarchy has thousands of ships. You cannot win the fight alone, Captain. You need allies. Also, towards the end of the war, when the hierarchy broke through the Corward front, we heard rumors that the Ur-quan had unleashed some kind of super weapon which was unstoppable by normal means. You need to find out if that rumor was true, Captain, because if the Ur-quan do have such a weapon, we'll have to find some way to stop it or all our efforts are for naught.
Super weapon. I'll make alliances with him.
If you encounter an unknown alien race, proceed carefully and diplomatically. We need all the friends we can get, and we certainly can't afford any more enemies. Remember, Captain, with your Precursor starship, you hold awesome power. But there will be situations when dealing with an alien race where a carrot will serve better than a stick. But first, you must determine what carrot the alien wants.
As long as it's not my carrot. What's the fastest way for us to build up our strength?
You need to accumulate enough resources so we can build up your flagship and assemble a strong fleet. I'd also recommend that you acquire blueprints for other more powerful ships than our trusty cruiser. I suspect that aliens will not give you such prints unless you form an alliance with them. What else can we discuss?
Learn what I need to know about the subject.
What else can I tell you?
Do not require additional information.
Fine.
Finally.
Is there anything else you need?
It's been like an hour talking to this guy. Goodbye, Commander.
Farewell, Captain.
Man, we spent so much time just talking to this guy. That's a crazy amount of voice overs just for this one dude. Alright, so let's see what we can get on our ship right now. We definitely need to fuel up. How much fuel can we hold right now? What's our maximum fuel? 60? Alright. So, get 60 fuel. He definitely is, yes. Alright. Fuel tank, we got crew pods, a storage bay, ion gun bolts. He was mentioning, okay, so this one shoots forwards, this one here shoots to the sides, front and left and right sides. This one shoots from to the sides, this one shoots backwards, left and right, and this one shoots straight backward. Well, from what I can understand, this ship here is a Precursor ship that I guess, you know, was kind of hiding away for a while, and I guess the humans lost the war, and you know the Earth got enslaved. Now we're trying to free the Earth. But that's what I've gathered so far. Dynamo unit. Storage bays. Cancel. Put gun bolts here. Definitely can't afford those. I don't think I can really afford too much in the way of pods right now. Maybe I should get one extra storage pod. Extra fuel tank. Yeah. I'll do for the little bit. Oh yeah? So there's no actual story. That seems to be a really good place to put a crew pod, right between two fuel tanks. Can we move things? Oops. Okay, so this one is going to be the rear gun bolt. Okay, this is where we put thrusters in that. Turning jets. Okay, so you can put turning jets in all of the sides here. And these are thrusters. Okay, so you can pop some more thrusters in each of these areas. Gotcha, okay. Well, you can put different landers. So we can buy additional landers if we just get one destroyed. Oops. Oops. Alright, so we need to go get some resource units here. This shield should be good for now. I know, right? It's like, yeah, you're gonna be getting a lot of those destroyed. Alright, so we can't build any ships right now. So there was a mention about Pluto. I should go check out Pluto. I forget exactly what I was just writing mostly like the planets and that he was mentioning. But he did say something about Pluto. And we should go see Mars. There's probably some stuff on Mars. Where is Pluto? Is that tiny little purple one over there? Is that a star? Oh, that is Pluto, okay. I can imagine. Yeah, that'd be a very long game if you went to every single planet. So pretty. Auto scan, mineral scan. Oh, there's an energy signature right there. Okay, so we got some earthquakes here and very, very cold. I don't know if cold is bad. Definitely not. Probably not as bad as hot. 10 silk crystals. I think that was purple, so that's probably worth a lot of money. There's whatever the hell they call it, ship. Mayday from surface. We have come under fire from an alien vessel we found hiding on the surface of Pluto. Captain, they killed Wolski, Fritz, Chin, O'Donnell, Luigi, all the 3 Lieberman triplets. We have returned fire, but our stunner can't penetrate the ship's hull armor. We're initiating emergency launch procedures.
Attention, big green hostile alien vessel hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. This is Spotty Captain Whistle. I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld, Spatiwa, are 241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spotty cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spotty, is Huffy Muffy Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing vehicle. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt.
Alright, so we got the Spathy homeworld coordinates. And Huffy Muffy Duffy. I don't think we want to go visit their homeworld. Although, it seemed like the kind of aliens that would just surrender to us if we went to their homeworld. Hey, Nox J, thank you for the bit, sir. Thank you for the 400 bits. Attention, alien vessels, enter for yourself or be destroyed. Well, these guys are cowards, so I think we want to do like kind of an aggressive stance against them.
Of course. As I said, I am Captain Fofo of the Spotty Lordship Star Runner. Our sensors have tracked your entry into the system, which you are no doubt here to conquer. And while you are certainly welcome to do so, we would be greatly appreciative if you would please just go away and forget this star system ever existed. If you don't go, it will greatly complicate our master-slave relationship with the Ur-quan, who stationed us here to watch over the Earthlings.
Suggest you immediately perform whatever cultural practices are customary for your species preceding death. Understand that sometimes these tragic misunderstandings happen. We grieve, but are not bitter. Die, slug boy. Keep threatening them.
Certainly, most gracious destroyer. As is well known, before departing this mortal helix, all Spotty must complete the short brilliant ritual of Wazi Waza to be assured of a secure afterlife. And by allowing us to fulfill this requirement, you too shall be granted immortality in our beautiful afterworld, which is absolutely guaranteed to be free of similarly immortal monsters who would otherwise eat the both of us.
You may begin your ritual, and if I make a small suggestion, be done in less than 2 minutes. Because I'm compassionate, you will not die until you have exhausted your usefulness. If you're a slimy yammering, we fight! Do this one.
Grief and woe! Certainly a destroyer of innocence as well-traveled as yourself must know that the formalities of Waziwaza are invalid unless performed on the large moon orbiting our homeworld Spatewa, which is only 143 light years distant, and if I remember correctly, is especially beautiful this time of year. Shall we go on that?
So we want to go to their moon? Myself moved by your deep commitment to your rituals and ancestral ways, you may live. Now you must pay for your crimes against your craven masters, the Ur-quan, and be delighted to accompany you to your homeworld. Well, we already know their coordinates, they gave it to us already.
Gee, thanks.
Gee, thanks. Come on, Faithful, join our fleet. Where are the Ur-quan now?
Our masters don't really keep us very well informed about their goings-on, so that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Yahat, I think, the Ur-quan gathered their dreadnoughts and departed toward the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned.
Yeah. Voice acting is definitely hard to do, especially when they don't give you subtitles. You're trying to figure out what the hell they're saying. Do you know anything about the other alien races?
We only know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For instance, when defeated, the Yahat joined the hierarchy as combat pros, while the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded on a planet in the Bug Squirt star system.
What?
No, slave-shielded on a planet in the Bug Squirt star system.
That's what?
Star system. In the Bug Squirt star system.
Bug Squirt?
No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Shafixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory.
It's so confusing when you... Yeah, Bug Squirt. It's pretty much just like... It's like... Is that a star system? Are you saying something like, oh no, that's wrong or something?
Planet in the Bug Squirt star system. No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway,
Yeah,
where was I? Oh yes,
okay.
the Shafixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory.
Slade doesn't know the star system's name. In Blaze of Glory, what happened to Show Pixie?
The Shofixti were half feral, as you know, having been uplifted by the Yahat just a few decades before the start of the war. Given their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, it came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Ur-quan primary task force at their homeworld, the Shofixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system, and not incidentally dozens of Ur-quan dreadnoughts.
The hell is that part at the end there? I guess that was him laughing. Order yourself. Fwifo. Fwifo? No, it definitely sounds like it's... I mean, it sounds like a weird alien race. Like, you'd expect this guy to talk, right? It makes a lot of sense.
Me? You mean me, personally? How nice of you to ask! I was born a poor green incrusting, the youngest child of a family of 18,487.
No captions.
My male parent had to work hard to support us, very hard. But each of my brothers and sisters and I tried to help out to make ends meet. The female parent was kind and sweet to all of us. Why, she once even called me by name. She said, "For your love, for your darling, could you please answer the door? I'll punch someone's mouth." What a treat, a golden memory. I swiftly matured into a fine example of my species with my parents' assistance. Achieved independence. Specifically, they pried me from the door jamb and rolled me into the street. Thus prepared, I set out to make my fortune. I had great dreams in those days. Yes, great dreams! I knew that someday I would be vastly rich, wealthy enough to afford a large, well-fortified mansion. Surrounding my mansion would be vast tracts of land, through which I could slide at any time I wished. Of course, one can never be too sure that there aren't monsters hiding just behind the next bush, so I would plant trees to climb at regular, easy-to-reach intervals. And being a spotty of the world, I would know that some monsters climb trees, though often not well, so I would have my servants place in each tree a basket of perfect stones. Not too heavy, not too light, just the right size for throwing at monsters. I was thinking about what color the stones would be painted. Aqua, mauve, or magenta, when a vegetable cart came careening down the street outside my house and knocked me unconscious. When I awoke, I was aboard the void ship Star Runner headed for Earth. Apparently, I had been out of my head for quite some time after the accident, and with the assistance of some kind strangers, had been relieved of my funds and convinced to join the Navy, where I have been unpleasantly employed for the last 25 years.
This entire life story. We've already asked him what he was doing in Pluto, right?
About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars, which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Ur-quan forces. It even looked like they might miraculously defeat the combined Ur-quan armada, right up to the point at which the Ur-quan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
Alright, join us. Go on, Fifth Wall.
Well, I really want to, but I am just not sure that under the present circumstances, joining you in your exciting and also dangerous space adventures would be the best course of action right now, because the Ur-quan could return at any minute, and the punishment they would bestow on me for such treason would make any other horrible death seem like big fun by comparison. Thanks for the offer, though.
Listen.
You build a strong case, Captain. Here I am, alone and undefended on the surface of a hostile alien world. Above me you hover in orbit, encrusted with beam guns, missile launchers, and other more dreadful weapons. So I think to myself, for withal, is it prudent to remain here, as vulnerable as a mousling on a skillet? No, I answer myself. Join me, human! He is kind and good! But then a wicked voice whispers,
Beware, the human is tricking you. If you join him, you will die alone in the cold of space.
and for reasons beyond my understanding, Captain, this voice overwhelms the other. And so I must remain here, largely against my will.
Well, I guess he doesn't want to join us. So how do we... I mean... I guess we'll just have to attack him?
Twice before you have asked this question, Captain. Will the third time be the charm? Alas, I fear not.
Come on.
When the Ur-quan Armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Ur-quan presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat thralls and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to pre-atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Ur-quan didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the Illwraith and Spartan fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon.
Oh, we're doing on Pluto now.
Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us Spatty a bit uneasy, because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack. Though the Illwraith kept telling us that it was impossible, since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Illwraith left, again we grew fearful, and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto.
Alright, so we want to go to Mars, Ganymede, Titan. What happened to Illwrath stationed in the system?
The Ur-quan contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Ur-quan dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Ur-quan's passivity and wanted them to kill, or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went off to have some fun.
When do you expect the Illwrath to return?
Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago, we asked them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of,
Real soon.
What's happening to the base on Luna then?
we decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned the base on Luna, they would be more likely to try something sneaky. So, we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers, endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio malnorme fun rum called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there.
What happened to the other Spatty ships?
Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we Spatty call the Ultimate Evil!
The ultimate evil. That sounds nasty. How many crew do you have aboard?
Dozens, that is to say scores, and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super-efficient, mass destruction-oriented
He's by himself, isn't he?
starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so, which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today.
Hundreds? Come on.
I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor spapper like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species' Lunar-class void ships typically holds 30 spapper crewmen, though at present my vessel, the Star Runner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the ultimate evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I am the only spotter on board, which is a bit frightening, as I am sure you can understand.
Galaxy teams with threatening monsters. Are you happy here, alone and vulnerable? Come on, you know you want to join us.
How true, Captain, how true! In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite ill at ease, and yet now I find myself enjoying your company. This witty dialogue, and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms
That's
who
right.
threatened me with death.
Or what is this ultimate evil?
As yet, the ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious intent.
Are you still here, Captain Fliffo?
Since it was our most powerful and unforgiving masters, the Ur-quan, who stationed us here, we knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would be okay to send just one ship home. We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals, Poon Taffy, to pick the lucky ship. Then, some months later, we decided that it wouldn't really hurt if we sent one more ship home. And then later we sent another, and then another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it, when the final ritual was performed, I, the Riffo, was left here alone. For, as even the most immature in questioning knows, there must always be one spotter who picks the short top stick.
Poor Fliffo. Should feel a lot safer if you're with us. Come on, Fliffo, join our fleet.
Happy days and jubilation! I discard all prejudice and hesitations and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment though, and make sure you understand that any other spotty ships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Ur-quan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of allying with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
There we go, new ship. What, you don't enjoy Fliffo's awesome? Alright, so let's save here. Empty slot. Good. Alright, so yeah, let's go back to Earth here and just pick up some crew. We need to visit these other places he mentioned. So Mars, Ganymede, and Titan. I mean, Mars was going to be like an obvious place to visit, but I guess all the moons. Let's go to Venus. I'm sure it's nice and safe in Venus, right? Okay. Starship. I guess we have to talk to the captain in order to transfer resources.
Captain, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Light load this time, Captain.
I'm sorry.
We shall await your return, Captain.
Need to buy some crew here. How do we... Shipyard? Fleet. I'll fill the crew up on this one. Go. Let's fill up our crew again. Oh yeah? Is Whippo that awesome? Alright. Go get some more goodies here. So let's go to Mars first. Awesome. I'll have to try it out. Damn it. Get back here. No. Get back. No. Turn. Alright, we need turning jets. That'll be the next thing to spend money on, is turning jets. This thing turns like a potato. It's so slow. How come we can't see Mars's moon? This thing's got some pretty nasty... I didn't see any energy. Nasty earthquakes and weather. Let's just grab a bunch of minerals. And bismuth. Potassium, aluminum. So grab whatever we can. Turn. This thing is hard to turn correctly. This thing had like 2 for weather and for earthquakes, but it doesn't seem like there's any earthquakes or weather happening. Alright, let's go to Jupiter. And we'll go to Saturn, since we can see that one quickly. Saturn doesn't even have its rings. I'm disappointed. Let's land on Saturn. I'm sure that's not a thing. Let's go to Titan. Doesn't even say what it is, but I'm assuming this is Titan. Yeah, Titan, there it is. It's got bad weather, so we gotta be careful there. No energy. While we're here. It's all minerals, like all crappy stuff, but... This is gonna hurt, isn't it? If we get hit by this stuff. God damn it. Maybe we lost like 1 crew member. Lost 2 crew members. Well, there's nothing much here. Jupiter. I should see if Venus has a moon, right? I wonder if they have it in this game. Because the purple is the best, isn't it? Violet. No minerals. Nothing here. It's garbage. There's Ganymede. energy. Might as well grab some of this stuff. It's blue. I think blue's... Is blue worse or... Yeah, blue's worse than gray. It's like garbage stuff. Cyanoacetone? Acetylate? I might as well grab it all anyways. We need all the resource units we can get. We do have some extra cargo space we bought, so... It turns too fast. Our ship turns too slow, this thing turns too fast. I still have 810. Yeah, that was a crappy one. Those are only worth 1. We need to find some nice exotics or radioactives. Yep. Exactly. Europa. Oh, we can get some nice red ones there. This one's gonna be worth a lot of money. Like radioactives, I think. Not sure if it's red or orange, but either way, it's worth more than the other crap we had. Or no, if it's red, it's actually worth less. I don't think it's radioactives. Aston 9, whatever. I'll take whatever I can get. Yeah, that was level 2. Oh, we did find some radioactives though. So some of that was radioactive, some of that was just the regular red stuff. Either way, it was win-win there. Io. This one's got really heavy earthquake. Let's see how bad these earthquakes are. This is radioactives. Shit! Wow, jeez. Oh wow. When was our last save? Just lost our lander. Whoops. I remember when we saved. Well, that sucked. Well then, how much the landers cost? 500? Hopefully we made at least 500. And of course the crew that we lost on. We lost like 14 crew. Be a damn autopilot to get you back to this place. Totally right. Oops, need to go talk to the captain.
Welcome back, Captain.
Well,
another small load, Captain.
I'm sorry, we lost our lander. What do you want me to do?
Goodbye, Captain.
So snarky. I'm gonna make sure I save every time before every time I land. I'm going to buy another damn turning jets, but we need to buy a crew. Turning jets aren't important right now. Alright, let's not do that. Alright, so let's go back to that place, because that place has some nice minerals. Just have to, you know, save first so we don't die. No, too far. Oops. Wait. Wrong button. Get back! Get back! God damn. I need turning thrusters so bad. Yeah. Must not break up lander. But it sucks when you have like an earthquake spawning right on top of you, though. What you can do against that? Can we save? And then anywhere near where I told it to land. God, jeez, that was close. No, no. Dodge everything. Damn it. Don't turn. God damn it. Stop. I couldn't. Trying to go straight and it kept turning. Alright, let's get out of here. Lost a few crew. I only lost 3 people. That's the one problem when you're playing with a D-pad versus a keyboard. Keyboard is a little more accurate in terms of going in a specific direction. D-pad, you just barely touch a side, and that thing just turns so fast whenever you try to... whenever you just touch a side. Triton. It doesn't have too bad weather or crappy minerals though. No energy. Whatever, we'll take what we can get. The captain seems to be pissed off at us whenever we come back without a full load, so... some arsenic. Make some rat poison. This thing is so hard to control, like side to side. It turns way too fast. You just barely touch the left and right and just spins so much. I know, right? Go to Uranus. I'm not saying the other word, it's Uranus. That Pluto orbit is completely not correct. It's not totally weirdly elliptical. Wait. There's no moons for Uranus? Alright. Just notice, like, sorry, there's no moons here. Let's land on Uranus. Not a good idea. Alright, well, unless there's a moon with Venus, we're definitely not landing on Venus. Probably gonna have, like, level, 6 storms. It's quite gassy. God damn it. Turning jets. Must get turning jets. Oh. Just curious to see what the storm level is on Venus. Lots of Klingons. Yeah. 8. Wow. Level 8 storms. That's just... Yeah, we're not even going to try that. That is not a place we want to go. Alright, well I guess let's try out the next planets, I guess. Okay, so they show us the Spathi. Can we zoom in at all in this mode? Oh, we can't. Okay, so we can zoom in a bit. That helps a lot. I say trying to. Well, the gray area, I guess, is how far we can actually go with our fuel, but obviously that'd be like a one-way trip. I didn't notice the temperature. I looked at the storms. As soon as I saw the storms, I was like, nope. Let's go to Alpha Centauri. Serious, huh? Why is there no Alpha Centauri? Did I cancel? I think I canceled. Okay. Autopilot activated. So we gotta get lots and lots of minerals. Well, definitely reached the psychedelic part of the game. Only one star, only one planet. Sure, it's gonna be full of minerals too. It's in a temperate zone. Wait, what's orange? Is orange like worse than... Is that worse than red? Yellow stars are not too bad. Lanthanide world. Oh man. 11. Yeah, we're not landing on this one. There's so much green. Definitely not landing on this one though, with the temperature and the earthquake level. Even if this was like all exotic minerals, we wouldn't be landing here. But green is... it's a little bit better than a little bit better than white, but a little bit better than blue. Pretty much, yeah. Right. Okay, so hottest stars are white stars. That was a white star, but it's too hot, I think, is the problem. Red stars are the worst. Yellow's kind of in the middle. Blue stars are slightly worse than white stars, so let's check out this one. Canopus. Yeah, I know it's probably gonna be instant death, especially with yeah, earthquakes. Just gonna be like the whole screen's gonna be earthquakes, nothing else. Why is my autopilot taking me the furthest direction here? Couldn't take me like, couldn't have sent me to the west. Yeah, the red is because the captain was mentioning that the white stars, like the harder the stars are, the better chance of getting like high-end minerals. Yeah, red would be the worst. Orange, yellow, green, blue, white. White's the hottest. Blue is the second hottest. This is a blue star here. Well, it's blue on the map anyways. This is not blue right now, it's yellow. Okay. Planet 1. I guess the color on the outside is different than the color on the inside. I don't know. Alright, this one's pretty tame in terms of temperature and storms and everything else. Got some decent stuff on there. Ultramarine world. Cobalt. Krypton. We found Superman's planet. Aluminium. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather nice, safe minerals than extremely deadly, like you're gonna die minerals. Alright. Definitely don't want to get too far from Earth, so let's make our way towards this cluster of stars over here. Let's go to Alpha Lyrae. I guess you could just aim your ship and then the autopilot would kick in. So as long as you aim your ship first, it doesn't turn your ship around. Oops. Let's make a save every time we go into a... 2 planets here. They're both cool planets. Alpha Lyrae, Planet 1. It's got moderate storms, but 3 is usually not bad. Decent minerals, at least. More Krypton. That's close. Aluminium. Goddamn, it's so hard to turn this thing correctly. It almost stopped. I want to fill up my cargo bay completely here. Oh, come on. We landed right on top of that storm. That's bullshit. That sucked. $758 cargo. Man, I shouldn't have bought that extra cargo room. Now I'm going to be tempted to fill it up for... Yeah, exactly. I noticed that pretty quick, so that's why I noticed if it gets pretty full, I want to go back first before it fills up. Especially if you're going to pick up something like, you know, exotics or something that's worth a lot of money. Radioactives and that. Definitely don't want to waste those. This one's very tame. Some neon. Some argon, some nice noble gases. Radon. Can make some fancy lights. Not much of it. It's not worth much either. But whatever. Oops. Alright, next planet. Let's go down here. To be careful not to go into Ilrathi space. Or Ilrath. Let's not go to the Kilrathi area and attack some like cat monsters. Well, I'm not using the actual 3DO controller, right? I'm using a PS4 controller. So maybe it's less 3DO controller might be less like a little harder to hit the directional. It's when you're driving forwards and you want to like turn while you're going forwards, just really beams it to the side. It's basically the opposite of this ship here. This ship here turns like turns extremely slowly, and that thing turns extremely fast. Cat monsters. Gotta love the Kilrathi. Yeah, exactly. This one's got a lot of planets. Let's see. Are we on a timer, by the way? I just realized there's like a date. We're probably on a timer, but it's probably still like, it's probably a good idea to grind for minerals early on anyways. March, April. Definitely on a timer because obviously the Ur-quan is eventually going to come back to Earth, so no, I don't answer that, but it's kind of obvious that it would have to be on a timer because the Ur-quan is eventually going to come back to Earth. The probe went out to go get the Ur-quan masters, so this one's pretty tame. Purple's good, isn't it? A ruby world. That stuff's gonna be worth a lot of money, isn't it? Neutronium. Are these exotics or? It's more of like thinking to myself type of thing. Nice, those exotics. Nice value there, holy crap. Oh no, exactly. This game's definitely not hard to figure out. It's more... It's gonna be an information overload. It's more like finding the information and running into the right area and talking to the right person to get the info you need. Jeez. We scored a big planet, or a big star system here. Bit of Lyrae, planet 3. So it's got a lot of earthquakes. And not worth going down, not for regular minerals. Screw this place. Yes, I do like pain. I'm a masochist, what can I say? I gotta say, this game is a lot better than Whale's Voyage, though. Imagine Whale's Voyage was like this, it would actually be a decent game. This planet's pretty safe. Stuff's not worth much, but... I thought we land right on the edge of the planet. Right on the South Pole. Why does it take us so long to drive around the North Pole and the South Pole? Shouldn't we be able to drive like a lot faster if we're like really far north or south? Some square maps. It's unrealistic, I say. Green 2 is a little more dangerous, but it's got a lot of stuff though, holy crap. It's got some sweet minerals over here, some radioactives and... Ow. And it's a donut shaped. We're landing on the halo. Alright, well, I don't want those other minerals. Let's get the expensive stuff. Wait, is red expensive? I'm forgetting. Ah, red is worse than the white. Whatever. Unless those were radioactives. Yeah, the pew-pew gun. Gotta love the pew-pew gun. Don't mock the pew-pew gun. God damn, there's a lot of planets here. A lot of moons, I should say. Oops. Ooh, this one's way too dangerous. It's got 6 earthquake. Let's see what's here. Yeah, definitely not worth it. I don't know if you can actually like loop around the top and bottom. It just looked like that was as far down as you can go. This one's got a lot of earthquakes. Nope, not worth it. Klondike world. Oh yeah. This one's pretty tame. It's regular minerals though. I want good stuff. I don't want this crap. Screw it. If I'm getting stuff, I got like half my cargo way left. I want to come back to Earth with like tons of really good radioactives and this one's got nothing. Well, this purple world sucks. Assuming this is a gas giant, right? Yep, gas giant. Land it. So I got level 8 storms. That's it. Damn it! Overshot planet. Turning thrusters, man. I'm definitely investing on those. Oh, son of a bitch! As soon as we get back to Earth, an extra 2 turning thrusters. There. Yeah, this one kind of sucks for earthquakes and everything. This has got some really useful stuff. I'm gonna have to do it. Well, it's only 4. I know it's gonna suck, but... Wait, that's just iodine, that's not even radioactive. God damn it. Shit! I was pressing the button to exit, but... back to Earth. Yep. The ultimate space dildo. Be afraid of the space dildo. And I need to buy a second lander too. Just as a backup. Back to Earth. Oops. Did I wait? Cancel there. Keep pressing B. A. Go. I know, right? I thought those were radioactives, but it wasn't even radioactives. Those like the crappier things. At least we're going to Earth with like a decent cargo bay full of stuff, though. Should be able to make some money. Be able to afford 2 landers this time, and some turning jets. Be a dynamo or 2. Never tried going to the Earth yet. What happens if we go onto the Earth? Obviously we can't land, but let's see if it says anything specific. It just shows the fancy sphere. Yeah, so we can only scan. We can't do like a can't do any other kind of scan. It's nice that it looks like the Earth, though. I forgot to talk to the captain. I think you have to go to the Starbase Commander to sell your stuff.
I am at your disposal, Captain. There's something I think you should know. We are being bathed in a broad-beam hyperwave transmission from the direction of the Rigel star system.
Rigel?
Due to the broadcast's wide dispersion, we cannot discern its content.
Rigel star system. That's a transmission. Let's see if that's in the map at all. Rigel is like northeast or coreward, I guess, from us. Well, there's the what the hell is their name? Cyrene. Cyrene, according to the commander here, the Cyrene are like your standard pinup girls. Cyrene evolved in the Copernicus system. That's to kill off almost all the population. Space patrol. They're wandering space gypsies. They look like Wonder Woman. But unfortunately, they only have only two boobs. Let's see how much we got out of this one. Yeah, 3,400.
Excellent work, Captain.
Thank you.
Be careful out there, Captain.
Alright, now to spend all that back on our landers. So let's buy an extra lander. Need to fuel back up. 60 should be enough for now. Let's buy 2 landers here. Buy some damn turning jets, because this thing pisses me off. Should be enough turning jets, alright. We need to buy some more crew. I'm more worried about armor or weapons and that for now. It's not like we're fighting anything yet. There. Now we can actually turn a little bit faster. Less annoying. It's a minor thing. Although I'm guessing in combat that's probably useful to be able to turn faster. But it's definitely less annoying here. Okay. So he told us there's a communication coming from Rigel system, which according to the map is around here. Saurus, Gammasaurus, Betasaurus. There's Rigel right there. So we can make our way there. Let's hit these ones up first. Kind of want to go to this big red one here. Oh, there's Alpha Centauri. Why is Alpha Centauri so far? Isn't Alpha Centauri supposed to be the closest star to us? That's serious. This is like right beside us. Bullshit. Maybe they drifted away and drifted really far away in this timeline. 2155. Proxima Centauri is closest? I thought it was Alpha Centauri. Isn't Alpha Centauri like 5 light years away? Either way, Sirius is definitely not the closest. We don't need no autopilot. Alpha Wolf. Just sounds badass. Is this like a gas planet or a regular planet? Just in case. Hey, Fishman. Fantastic game. Alright, this one's not going to murder us. Well, I got some stuff there. I'm not sure if those are... the red and the orange look very similar. It's hard to tell if it's orange or red until you're like picking it up. It's going quite good. Jeez. This is like, what, level 2 earthquakes? This is a lot more than level 2 earthquakes. God damn it. Oh, that's level 5. I thought I saw 2 for earthquakes, not 5. Did that suddenly go up? I'm sure I had seen 2. But we must get the iodine. Is iodine even worth anything? Oops. Yeah, it's just level 2. That was garbage. That's 5 crew on that. That's 5 crew for some level 2 iodine. Yeah, too bad I can't heal the cuts for those 5 crew members that died to earthquakes. Because, you know, we can't just fly above the earthquakes. We're flying on top of the land. Ur-quan world? Oh man, level 7 earthquakes. We're definitely not landing here. We must scan it anyways. Yeah, there's nothing worth landing here for anyway. So why is there like biological stuff on this place? This would not be a place that you think there'd be life. There's this many earthquakes. It's a Ur-quan world though. That means it's a piss world, isn't it? It's full of piss. Super dense world. Another 7 earthquake. No good minerals anyways. Another biological. Why is there like one biological creature on here? I'm almost tempted to land and see what the hell that thing is. That lonesome biological creature. Yeah, birds. I guess that makes sense. Not landing on level 7 earthquake. Screw that. Yeah, that one's totally Chuck Norris. Just dodging all the earthquakes. Oh, 6 man. All these ones are really nasty. All these super dense worlds are really bad for earthquakes. Oops. Why didn't that I hate when it defaults to navigate, not scan. Another level 6 earthquake. And more biological creatures, jeez. All these planets sucked. Way too geologically active. Tiny purple world. Sorry, had a cough. Notice, what the hell? Everything here is just super high geologic activity. This one's got nothing anyways. They're making baby plants. Aw, how cute. Damn it, overshot it. Come back. Oops. Again, you know, like, usually defaults to scan. Sometimes it doesn't go into scan. It stays on navigate, so. This one's level 3 earthquake. Doable. Not really anything to pick up, though. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Well, this star system's a bust. Oh, come on. Again, defaulted to navigate. I have to manually choose scan sometimes. It was on scan and went to navigate. Hey, Grunty. Yep. Star control to you. Oh, this one, wait, blue? Blue good again? It's better than red, but... Oh, actually, no, blue's the worst, isn't it? Oh wait, is it this blue? Is it no? Yeah, I think it's noble gases. Noble gases are worth more than these, anyways. Pick it up. It totally is. No Man's Sky was this game, there'd be Game of the Century. Let's visit this noble world. Ooh, 1 helium. We're rich. Krypton. Argon. Well, they don't give you much in the way of noble gases. You suck, Noble World. Yep, this entire star system was bust. Alright, let's get out of here. We're gonna crash land to that planet there for a second. Well, this one sucks. It's like 1 planet. But it's a super ultra rich exotics planet. It's an emerald world. Cyanic world. Ugh. Got crap. Yeah, let's pick it up anyways. Cyanoacetate or whatever. Yeah, it's garbage. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's make our way to Rigel. That's where the information came from, or the transmission came from. We'll probably want to save before we go there. So if this transmission means there's somebody there. Somebody that might want us harm. Goodbye, crappy star system. I'll never come back. We're totally Star Warsing the universe. It's like a planet in the habitable zone. Maybe it's a homeworld for somebody. Ooh, oh, jeez. The hell? Counter Rigel. Yeah, let's converse.
Attention, Starship. We are the Stockpot Pit.
Make no hostile actions.
We come in peace and with goodwill.
But if you make one false move, you're vapor.
Don't worry, my companion is just a bit nervous.
No, I'm not.
And argumentative.
No, I'm not.
We are a scout vessel dispatched from our home world.
We have traveled far through hostile, uncharted space to find you. We hail from the green dwarf star at coordinates Zerfar, star at coordinates Zerfar, Gurnef. Aha! Pahoik hoi!
No, idiot! In their coordinate system.
Yes, please.
Oh, coordinates 400.0 by 543.7. 400.0 by 543.7.
0.7. Alright. 400.0, 543.7. And what was their name of their race? The font what something?
Attention, Starship. We are the Sockpot Pick.
Stop.
Make no
Stop
hostile
pit.
actions.
We come in peace and with goodwill.
But if you make one false move,
Stop bot
you're
pit. Zogbot pick? Wow, that didn't sound anything like Zogbot pit. It sounded like Stotbot pit.
He is.
No, she is.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Christ, we've been through this a million times.
That doesn't change anything. You're the fart.
Well, Captain, as you can see, this is a point of some contention.
Fart.
Alright, so we got... I don't even know how far this says, but 400... What's the coordinates of Earth? Oops, my pen there. Pull up my map here, see where that is roughly. That's far, holy crap, that is far. 400, wait, does it go by... I don't know which coordinates come first, but... Anyway, it's like practically on the other side of the, practically on the other side of the map. It's 400, well, 400 by 500 roughly. That's like... It's like the Cancri... Maybe? So I don't know which coordinate they use first, so... Anyway, it seems like it's really far. Not something we'll be reaching anytime in the near future. The new Alliance of Free Stars, flagship indicator from Earth. What are your intentions? Silence blathering toadies, we are your new masters. Yes, that's all very interesting. And we're going to attack you. Okay, well, we have to be nice. These guys seem nice, so...
Hooray! That we finally found our saviors!
Maybe.
At last, our search is over. It is just as the great crystal ones promised.
They look sneaky. I think they're lying.
Quiet, fool. Can't you see our nightmare is over? This ship is from the great crystal one's fabled alliance, the Alliance of Free Stars.
Maybe.
Didn't we just come up with this name? Like, how did they know about the Alliance of Free Stars already? We're like the only ship, well, us and Fuifo. Before we go on, can you tell us more about your species?
In our ancient past, 4 species evolved intelligence on our homeworld.
Simultaneously.
They were the Zoc,
The Fart
the Pick.
and the Zabranki.
We 3, the Zoc, Spot, and Pick, evolved in such a way as to acquire sustenance from many sources.
From airborne zooplankton
From solar and ambient energies.
and from rocky fungal clingers.
Our favorite.
The Zabranki also consumed a variety of foods, namely the Zoc, the Fart, and the Pick.
To survive the predations of the Zabranki, we banded together, annihilated the Zabranki.
And formed the cooperative union you now encounter.
So it's just coincidence that we called ourselves the same thing? It just sounds like the most appropriate one to choose from, so... Does this guy in the middle talk at all? What do you see from us?
We are a relatively peaceful group of species,
Unless we're angry.
so we find ourselves in need of help
We only need a little.
because of our desperate situation.
Desperate is too strong a word. I think troublesome is more like it.
What nightmare are you talking about? What's the matter?
Our planets are under attack from an invading horde.
We do not know who they are or why they are here.
We are being blown to bits.
Fleets of alien ships appear out of nowhere, then unleash terrible destructive energy.
Fortunately,
They release these energies on each other.
unfortunately,
They favor combat near strong gravity wells. Their stray shots regularly strike the surface of our planet, often with tragic results.
Fortunately,
They have never found our homeworld, only our colony planets.
unfortunately,
All of our colonies have perished as a consequence.
This is a tough place for rooms eat flaming plasma death. Who's attacking you? What do they look like? Yes, it's all very interesting, but now we're going to attack you. We want to help. What can we do? Who's attacking you? What do they look like?
some of the vessels are huge green battleships which launch wave
Ur-quan.
after wave of small fighters.
The other ships are black as space, and their hulls are carved with strange alien writings.
In combat, the two ships seem evenly matched.
One fires blasts of fusion energy, while the other launches spinning projectiles.
Yeah. Those ships we played in the Super Melee, they both look very, very tough. What help? What can we do?
These are the words we have prayed for.
Hey, this trip's not a waste after all.
More than anything, we seek an ally to help us survive in this hostile universe.
We're having some problems of that general nature.
But we are only emissaries. You must meet with our leaders. They are wiser, more powerful beings.
They look just like us, though.
Fly to the star called Alpha Tucanae. The planet closest to the sun is our home.
What,
And if
Tukini?
possible, hurry!
Tukini? Oh, there you go. Songquat. Yeah, that's very far. Bit of Cassiopeia, it's probably near the center. Alpha Carinae. Is that the one you said? They said it might have been Carinae. Couldn't quite understand what they said. It sounded like Tukane or something, but Cassiopeia. Alpha Cassiopeia. Epsilon. Oh, there you go. Alpha Tucanae. That's their home planet right there. That's the coordinates they gave us as well. But either way, it was one of those games that you could. There's just a lot to take in. It's not too bad. It's definitely enjoyable. I like this kind of space opera style thing. It's like those space opera things without the whole 4X thing. I've never been fond of the 4X stuff. This one's just, it's like they just distill the fun parts out. Purple World. We keep the fun parts in, I should say. You know what I mean? Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, it probably looks very boring to watch, I would imagine. Okay, so we could probably make it if we filled up on fuel, but obviously we're not going to be doing that right now. We need to make some money first. While we're here, might as well hit these ones up here. Alphasaurus. Yeah. It is kind of annoying that you can't, like, it's nice to have full voiceovers, but the fact that they don't have any sort of subtitles with those voiceovers makes it really hard when they're talking about all these weird names and everything, and you're trying to, like, write these down because it's important information, but you don't have, like, you're going by the voiceover only, trying to, like, okay, what the hell did he just say? Especially when they have weird alien voices sometimes. Let's see if there's any good resources in here. Sometimes it's really hard seeing the planet. Like, I think the planet on this orbit is this one over here, but everything blends into the stars. Especially when they're tiny planets. There you go. Oh, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's how it's designed, right? Is to give you time to kind of gear up your vessel. Got a lot of blue here. Blue good. I got some biological life forms. Oh, these are probably going to attack us, aren't they? That's what we have our pew pew thing for. Is that good for anything? Some noble gases here. He's waving at us. He's clapping. Okay, so I guess the blue bar says data. What is that thing? The green monkey. He's coming for us. God damn it. Kill the monkey. God damn it. Monkey man wants to kill us. Got him. Must get all the data. All of it. Screw the Prime Directive. We're murdering the entire planet. Genocide. Yeah, Spathy are pretty funny. I'm sure the rest are going to be... I don't know what this data is for, but might be important later on. And the captain didn't mention that it's not useful for him, but it'll be important. Yeah, exactly. So I figure, so I'm picking up as much as I can of it. It's probably somebody's going to pay us for it or something like that, or trade it for something, trade it for resources. There, we committed genocide. We killed everything on this planet. Does that take up any cargo space at all, or is that completely separate? I'm assuming it's completely separate. It's probably that thing at the bottom, maybe? Exactly. Where's the planet on that middle orbit? I can't see it. Sometimes they make these planets so small and they blend in so hard with these background stars. I'm trying to find where the hell the planet is on it. This one's got some sort of nasty storms in that. It's got a lot of... Let's go kill the local fauna. Whatever that thing was, I think we helped it out there. It's like bleeding to death. We're doing it a favor. Damn it! Stop hitting me. Alright, gotta get out of there. Taking too much damage. Alright, now we gotta find that planet, that ghost planet on the middle orbit. Oh, there it is. A little purple planet over here. I've done so well with stars. You should make all the planets like extra large, and then your ship would be able to detect where the planet is. It knows there's an orbit. Ooh, level 8 earthquakes. No thanks. Let's scan anyways, but we're definitely not landing on that thing. Again, there's biological scans. Like, how the hell are these things surviving? And if they are birds, if they land on the ground, they're instantly smushed by the earthquakes. Alright. So let's hit this one and this one. Problem is, I'm not keeping track of these. I should really be keeping track of which ones we've hit. So I know I've been to this one. I've definitely been to this one. I don't remember if I went down to... I don't know if I've been to Beta Lyrae. I think I lost my lander on this one. Maybe I've been to Beta Lyrae, but I don't... Yeah, I think I went down here, and that's where I lost my lander. I've been up here. I've been to these two. Been to Rigel. It can be really easy to lose track of where I've been. Autopilot, go! I'll have to buy another crew pod just so we can refill our crew from all these trips to the planets. Uh-oh, what's that black thing? Uh-oh. Counter deep space. Inverse.
We come in peace.
Is this the Murmur? About your species.
Remote probe programmed to replicate. Report data. Contact alien species. Priority override. New behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
Great. They want to attack us? This is gonna... Alright, let's see how good this FUIFO is. We just pooped this. She's like poop missiles. That's funny. Poop missiles for the win. This thing is fast. Holy crap. Yeah, buck missile seems to be like the greatest way. Like, this thing is super super maneuverable anyways, but so is theirs. But we don't want to get close. Get away. Yeah. Damn it. Things are freaking fast. I'm losing so much health. Shit. Time to reload. Weefo, no! Let's try this ship. I don't even know how... We're definitely loading. We lost FIFO. That's just horrible. They do. Those things are nasty as hell. May 25th. That was our last one, right? Yeah. Well, there wasn't really anything worth... I mean, there was some data we can pick up here, but just exit. There wasn't like any big resources. Right, this time they're not attacking us, so... Wow. This star system sucks. Not even one planet. Let's land on the star. Maybe he's got some good resources on that. Gonna have a whole lot of noble gases. Yeah, probably. Alright, Betasaurus. There's probably some dinosaurs. And Tyrant living on there. Level 4 earthquake, kind of like that. Not really good, any good minerals anyways, so... Alright. Let's make our way this way. Z-Man. That's a weird ass name for a star. Z-Man? Make our way there. I'll try to hit like... Try to hit this... Well, let's go to Z-Man first and then kind of make our way back via these ones here. This huge cluster of stars over here, which is super interesting. But let's go here first. Oops. Don't want to go too far from Earth. We need to go back and hopefully we can get some good minerals so we can buy some fuel. Gotta be able to at least make our money back with fuel. Big star. Music is fantastic. Let's stay in hyperspace. Oh, there's a small star right beside it. Wow. Oof. This stuff is all like super hot. So probably not gonna be able to land on anything. Orange means like extremely hot, doesn't it? Yeah, 3,000 degrees. Yeah, I don't think we're landing on this one. Man, look at all that sweet, sweet stuff, though. But at 3,000 degrees, we'd instantly be toasted. Oh yeah? Well, I wonder if it's in Red Book Audio on the disc. Let's just rip it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to. I don't think I'll be able to land on any of these. They're just way too hot. Binary star system. This one's got some habitable worlds, actually. Or they're in the habitable range. Redux World. Some good minerals here. It doesn't look dangerous. Wait, no, red minerals are crap actually, but whatever. I'll take what I can get. Maybe they're actually orange. No, they're red. Garbage. I'll pick up the gray ones, those are worth more. Dune? I'm trying to remember if I heard the Dune soundtrack. This one's definitely most interesting. It's an habitable range, like Earth. Oh, that's probably not somewhere we want to be. It's protected by the Ur-quan, an Ur-quan ship. It's a slave planet, so let's go say hi anyways. Probably gonna die here. Let's go free this planet. Totally YOLO. Let's go say hi to the Ur-quan.
So, the offspring has returned to its nest. When you left this system, our ship was near enough to detect your translation into hyperspace. Though we lost your hyperspace spore, we were able to backtrack your path here to this star system. And what did we find? An outlaw culture. Humans outside of a slave shield. You will note that this oversight has been rectified. Now, we shall finish the job.
Alright, so this is where we came from. This is where our ship came from. Alright, let's... Come on, Queefo, you got this. A lot of fighters. We don't want to have those fighters. Yeah, Queefo definitely has a chance against this. Oh jeez, just don't get hit by that. Butt missiles for the win! Damn it. Bounced off a... Stupid asteroids. Go, Queefo, go! Come on, Queefo! Shit. I hit again. Queefo for the win! No kidding, right? Queefo alone could have taken on the whole Ur-quan thing themselves. I guess we... Water world. Okay, so this is where we originally came from, but obviously we can't do anything here because they enslaved us. They enslaved the planet. get that up back to 30. Well, it's a good thing it's been enslaved then. The Ur-quan saw that they were trying to make a Waterworld sequel, so they saved the human population. So a bunch of noble gases here. Noble gases are worth decent money. Catch them all. Krypton. Mediums. Yeah, you can't go from the top to the bottom, which at least makes sense, but... Is that a node? No, it's just texture. The purple planet with nothing. No moons. Logus world? The hell does that even mean? It doesn't really have anything good. Alright, did I go to all the planets here? I think I missed one on the right side. I think. Where the hell's the one in the... Oh, there it is. The little green one over there. I think. Unless that's a star. Trying to find the planet in some of these orbits sometimes is... It's really tricky. Like that green one over there is either a star or the planet. It's only like 4 pixels big. Yeah, that's the planet. It's relatively safe. Is that radioactives? Allied world? I think those are radioactives, right? No, fluorine is that's the red crap. Bromine. It's really hard to tell the radioactives apart from the red stuff. I think acetatite is valuable, but fluorine is not. Yeah, I guess we got some radioactives there, so. Alright, next planet. Or next star system, I should say. Got the Ur-quan's range now. Octopot is like right smack dab in the Ur-quan home place. Alright, so let's head back towards Earth, because our fuel is just... We have a little bit of extra fuel, but not enough to really start going over here. Then I think we'll be out of range. We have to use up fuel to land on planets and whatnot. We didn't go to this one yet, I don't think. Let's go there, do these two, and then make our way back home. And once we get home, we're definitely going to be calling there once we get home, since almost 11-hour stream so far, but still got a couple places to visit before we go home, so. Got a red star. Hopefully they get some valuable resources. A couple exotics. Ugh, lots of activity here. Yeah, it's nothing worth landing for anyways. Too many earthquakes anyways, so... Ignore that one. A lucid world. Exotic. Only one, but definitely worth landing for. Only 2. Well, it's worth 50. Whatever. It's enough for like 2 fuel units. Green star. 1 planet. Horrible. Level 4 earthquakes, opalescent. It's got a lot of minerals though. That's worth risking it, I think. Green is pretty good. Don't destroy a lander, please. Landers are expensive. Gadolinium. I guess for the most part we can kind of avoid earthquakes. Bad techno. Creating water world like that. Oh shit. Oh, come on. Damn it. You're fine. I hit the wrong button to escape the planet and got hit by that earthquake just at the wrong time. Alright, so we're gonna have just enough fuel to get back home after this. Kind of scary. This planet's worth a lot. It's got like 1 million exotics on it or something. Probably not. No. God damn it. Stop it. Stop trying to orbit the planet. What the hell? I thought for sure that would have touched it. Hydrocarbon world. Not really worth landing on it. Now for some grain and minerals. Alright, let's head home. I should kill those robots on the moon too for the data. Yeah. Damn it. Stop missing. I hate just missing the spot by a pixel or two.
I'm at your disposal, Captain. Before we go on, I have something important to tell you. A previously unknown alien race has recently made contact with our base. They call themselves the Melnorme, and they're anxious to initiate trading relations with us.
Melnorme.
If we are interested, they suggest making a rendezvous at Alpha Centauri.
Well, that's the direction we're going to go next, so... So many minerals. None of it worth anything.
Not a bad job, Captain. Bring back lots of minerals, Captain.
I'm trying. Huntington fuel. Maxed out our fuel. We somehow didn't destroy any of our ships, which is surprising. Don't want to spend this last of our money on a module at all. What can we afford here? Fuel tank, that's about it. Yeah, not worth it. Don't need more fuel. I could buy like a thruster or something like that, but Alright, so I'm going to be saving here, and I'm going to be calling here for tonight, because I said it's been streaming for like 11 hours. So 3 hours of this game plus finished off Shadowrun. So let's save. And hopefully this emulator works for saving. I think it does. I tested it before with some other games, so save it in slot 1. Make a save state just in case. Save state. Just to make sure. Alright. Okay, so Star 4, oh, that was... It was a short but sweet game. Like compared to like a lot of other JRPGs like Lunar 2, which was a very long game. It kind of dragged on. Phantasy Star 4, it really kind of kept you in the action. Like you're always doing something. It never felt like the game was dragging on, which is perfect, right? I like when games do that. So yeah, that was a fantastic game. It just felt too short, which is always good. Alright. So yeah, so we saved. Yeah, we're going to pause the timer there. And we're back tomorrow to play some more Star Control 2. So we're going to go see this Melnorme. I have a whole page of like just coordinates, and we got the Zuck the Zuckbot Pit homeworld. We've got the Spathiwa homeworld, which we probably can't access because I mean it's in the middle of like kind of evil territory. But I'm definitely gonna go meet this Melnorme first and go from there. We'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, so thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the continuation of Star Control 2. So everybody have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now, everyone.